Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome back to another video. Gallius Bloodcrest, the chicken of Raid Shadow Legends, is no longer made for KFC. No. He's not gonna be served for dinner, guys. The changes that they did, the rebalancing, is really good. I do think that he has a place right now. If you did get this champion, he has such a good place in Arena. Can definitely make it work. Can definitely make him work for Hydra. Very solid damage dealer. And when you accompany other supports together with him, the damage just goes way up. We'll see the numbers in a bit for the Hydra, for example. It's crazy on how high the numbers can go. Comparing it to other damage dealers, of course, you can say different things in terms of comparing it to Marius. But I mean, Marius is top, all right? It's a void champion. Gallius is a mythical, but can't compare the weak hits that you can possibly get to Marius. Also, Marius does any max health, insane damage. But Gallius Bloodcrest, built him out. Actually gave him my Marius gear, so I might do like a comparison between the two in terms of like total damage. We'll see that. If you can see the numbers, guys, 7,000 defense is a ton because of blessings, of course, relic, 348 crit damage. So trying to max out the potential of this guy. I did give him some accuracy too, although he doesn't need it. But for the first form, which I tried to do a little bit of work with the first form, decrease speed, he does need accuracy for this one, can provoke, so does have some usefulness. I can try and show you guys on what kind of damage we're looking at with the enemy max health portion of this counter attack that he does. But the damage is not really there. He doesn't max out in terms of potential there, even though you're counter attacking because you place the buff on yourself. It's just not there. All right. He can also give an increased defense to himself, but with the team I had in mind for this run, I had an increased defense from a different source, so we went for the second form, which got buffed. The A1 now does way more damage. The A2, A3, I believe, also all got some changes, so Gallius has now become so much better. I'm running a cat gaze that's maxed out, but it's not really ideal to look at the level 6. Level 5 is very doable to go for, but level 6 not so much. So I would say level 5 cat case is very doable. I have one actually, but on the test server I could get it maxed out, so there's a little bit of boost there that wouldn't normally be there. And we are running these masteries. Okay, Helm Smasher works very well. You are ignoring some defense from the skills, some defense from your lethal set, but the thing is, you still need Helm Smasher, I would say, for all of your skills if you're doing damage. So Gallius Bloodcrest, the changes are very good. If that's all you gotta know about this, then cool. But let's go and have a look at him. We can run him a little bit. I'm not gonna show him in dungeons. There's no point. Let's do like an arena fight and see what kind of damage we're looking at through his second form. That's what I want to see, the second form in terms of potential there. So Gallius, let's sort by rank. I have him in this blessing, which is the crushing rend. It doesn't help a lot for PvP stuff, but for what we're gonna do now, actually also probably need Sifi here. There we go, so we can get the increased defense for us, and we'll do insanely more damage. I love the fact that his passive basically now allows him to not get sheeped, which is quite insane. So here, this is gonna be so annoying. Let's see, we could probably steal some Terminator if we did get the chance there, but no. All right, we change forms here. On his second form, he cannot get sheeped, so that's pretty cool. Look at this, immune to stun, freeze, sleep, fear, true fear, provoke, sheep, petrification. So this is very good, amazing for when you're fighting teams that have the polymorph. Look at that, polymorph. And because you are applying decreased defense on enemies, that is unresistible. So you're putting yourself up for the possibility of getting sheeped. Okay, so we'll do the A2 here and see what kind of damage we're looking at. Let's see, 215, 234. That is very good, and I believe that also has reset our skill because we did get the kill. I think I did get a reset there. I'm not 100% sure about that. We'll just have to wait. Oh. Yeah, we got a reset because look at that. Also randomly resets the cooldown of one of this champion skills whenever they kill an enemy. Occurs once per skill. So the A2 got a reset. That's cool. The A3 can also ignore defense if they have no buffs. If they've got buffs, damage increases by 15%. So decreases the duration of all enemy buffs by 2 turns. Believe this is based on accuracy, as other skills have. So this could potentially not work well. But yeah, look at that. We did reduce the duration of stone skin there. It didn't really help us. Now, finally, we sheep. So doing good damage there. In terms of just bursts, but the stone skin is very annoying. That's why this has gone a bit too long, but basically have zero chance of doing anything to us here. Because look at this. Look at that. I couldn't see the numbers there, but with a decreased defense, unresistible decreased defense, I mean, what can they do? Really? What can they do to be protected from there? Only protected block debuffs can do something, or block debuffs you cannot remove it with Armands. So they're pretty strong there. Can we steal some Terminator? We stun him. That's cool. Let's see. Lock them out. Let's switch forms. Here we could possibly kill at least 2 of them. This guy's going to activate. There it is. Marichka's going to activate too. Let's kill him again. He got locked out, so that's... although he should have metamorphed. Not sure. Let's see the A1 here, which is an AoE attack. Look at that. 80k. Oh, yeah, he switches forms when people die. That's what happens. Okay. And Marichka is gonna be there annoying again. All right. Taraz acting all crazy there. The sad thing is I can't remove their buffs, can I? There's no way for me to remove them. I don't want to AoE attack, but I have to. Oh, the A1 here only is an AoE if there's decreased defense. So, okay, that's good. Marichka. Gonna be annoying. Let's see. I should be able to take them out. Look at him doing basically 0 damage. Alright, here they've got some protection, but can take them out like this. Oof, I got hit. Alright, can we finally get some? Okay, buff removal, finally went through. I'm not sure why. Like my accuracy is high, it's not that. Alright, let's see the A3 here. Look at that, 144, 160k. And that damage is based on the number of buffs. If they don't have buffs, you do more damage based on the fact that you're basically ignoring 20% more defense. So PvP wise, he's got a lot of potential there. I wanted to show him in the Hydra next though, cause look at this team, beautiful. And with Mad Hatter in there, we get the weekend debuff, but also the ally with the highest crit damage will team up and join the attack. Will use their default skill. The damage dealt by joining the attack will increase by 10%. So we've got a combo here that's a bit too much. Like we've got a hex here, we've got a hex here, decreased defense here, decreased defense here. But the Gallius also does decreased defense. So basically 3 sources of AoE decreased defense. Even Acresia can do decreased defense, but I just wanted to maximize his damage with this sort of team. Didn't have like, I don't think I have 9-piece protection and stuff. No feral sets. I actually do have it on CF, so 9-piece is okay. That's good. But other than that, the real difference comes from the Crushing Rend. Although, I mean, it's Acresia. Even with Crushing Rend, she would still have basically the same damage. She's maxed out in terms of what she can do here. On Hydra, with ignore defense, you're pretty much set to go. So let's go in there. I want to show you what he does when the heads are down. It's insane. The amount of damage that you can see is so good. So let's just see the first form on what it can do, because I only showed you guys the second form, but the first form is the one that counterattacks with the default attack. So here it's just attack with Gallius now. Let's do the unkillable and counterattack. Look at this. There's our buff. Oh, we're getting feared a lot. It's not nice. And we got our buff stolen, so bad combo there for the start. Let me just regroup. Bad start. Very bad start. So I don't want to switch to the second form. I just want to show you guys. Look at that. 300k from that first form. Then we have Acrisia hitting for crazy numbers, right? So 250, 300 AoE attack, double hitting. Then the A3 hits for 400k each. So let's hit with Hydra's A2, which also boosts damage by 10% per each debuff. So this could potentially hit like 30% more. Not sure why Acrisia went in there. Because is it on his second form that he has higher crit damage? Anyway, let's see. Look at that A2. He hit for 350 AoE. Very nice, by the way. Very nice. We got our buff stolen again. Maybe I need to run him with a resistance if I'm gonna run the first form. But let's just see the A1 here. Just see the A1 here. If I can get it going, I'll show you guys. Crazy, just going crazy here. All right, let's see. So here, the A1, when counterattacking, the damage inflicted is based on enemy's max health. So here, when I attack, normally, it's not gonna be enemy max health. But look at that, 350k. So now with the counterattack, it did 300k. So I'm not sure if it's lower damage. So already, I'm seeing the loss of value that I'm having with having him in the first form. I'm totally fine with him having a bad form though. Like, I don't need to have him be good in both forms. The one form has its utility. The other one also has its utility, which is just straight up damage. So here, look at this. We can do the decreased defense and AoE attack. Damage increases by 10% for each enemy under decreased defense. Very strong. Everybody has it now. So let's see. Look at that. 450, 465. Already such a huge difference. We'll get the heads down and you'll see Gallius here in his real potential here. So he's gonna attack with the A1. That becomes an AoE only if there's decreased defense. So look at the heads that are down now. So I want to show you guys what he can do now. I need a decreased defense though on them. I don't have decreased defense. I've got weaken. Just see the numbers now. No. Let's just do a normal attack. I want to show you 936. Okay, 936 with the A1. I want to show you with decreased defense what he can do here on these heads. There it is. Decreased defense. Let's see, Gallius. Come on, boy. I want to get that attack through. Look at all these debuffs. Those can help with the A2 from Hydra. I don't want to do the A2 here with Acrisia. So, oh, there it is. Okay, look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this damage, okay? Just, you won't believe this. Look at this. 1.7. And I've seen it go as high as 2.4. I don't think I had increased defense on me. That's why. Don't think I had that on. So look at that, 715 by Acrisia. So much potential there. So here we already did so much damage. This CV is just not buffing the team. Very slow. Slowest CP in existence. Look at that crazy. Hitting through, but it's not that crazy. Look at that. 676, but the weak hits. So let's see the A2 here. 100k. Ally attack. Oh, he didn't do it because the head was down. Oh, that's bad. Okay. It's really bad, actually. Hex is through. Let's keep on attacking. Let's see this A3. Boom, boom. Oh. I'm pretty sure in the end, in the recap, we'll have more damage than Acrisia. So look at that. Boss count turn 11. We got 35 million. So about 3 million per turn. That's huge, actually. Although Acrisia did a lot of work. Here, it can become so bad because of the reflect. So that's why I've got a champion that can remove the buffs. You can't just do it now, though. So Galio's on auto probably is going to kill himself, isn't he? Probably would kill himself. All right, let's end this. I want to show you guys the recap. 11.6, 12.9. Right, pretty cool. But let's do a free regroup. We'll do a quick battle. I want to see what happens in a full run. So the team setup here, we'll have Gallius metamorph immediately. And then we don't really care when he does these, but let's say we do this. So we got 376 here. Crit damage. Cruiser's got 366. Yeah. So let's go. Quick battle. I wonder how many turns this is gonna go. 500 turns. It's not even enough. Look at that. 140 versus 85. Beautiful already. Beautiful already, and it's not an optimized team. Look at that, 1,000 turns, and we did 160 to 122. That's pretty cool. Galio's just maxing out his damage potential here, guys. I think in terms of rebalancing, this is done right. It's probably because he's a mythical and just Plarium wants mythicals to really have that power difference comparing it to legendaries, but definitely a solid choice. I like its second form so much better than the first form because the first form is very conditional on how you're going to build him. You need high resistance for this form to work for the Hydra because you provoke, but you also put lots of buffs on yourself. You're very susceptible to getting your stuff stolen, so higher resistance would work, plus higher accuracy is required. So there's the video on Galio's, guys. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.